Hello, Green Room friends. For friends that go to the children's school, this is our very last week of our school year. That means that this is going to be my last video talking about pretend play with you all. I have really enjoyed exploring all sorts of ways that we can use our imagination to play really cool games. And I thought to celebrate our last week, it would be fun to throw a pretend end of the year party to celebrate. Having a party is a really fun way to celebrate special days. One type of party we have at the children's school are birthday parties. Here is a picture of Will when we celebrated his birthday. It is tradition to blow out candles in a cake when it's your birthday. When friends had birthdays, we got to have a special popsicle snack before we went outside to play on the playground. But birthdays are not the only kind of party. Here's a picture of Masaki, Heloise, and Zeynep wearing their 100th day of school headbands on our 100th day of school party. Do you remember when we did 100 exercises built with 100 cups and ate 100 pieces of snack? Parties can turn a regular day into an extra special fun day. How can we pretend to have a real party though? Here's a picture of Kylie scooping some mud into our mud kitchen outside. Using mud or dirt or sand might be a great way to pretend to make a cake for the party. I think I'll use that idea later in my pretend party game. So I wanted to create my own pretend party that I could celebrate here at my house. In my very first video about the 3 Billy Goats Gruff, I made a plan to help me stay focused on what I needed to do in my game. So I think I'll make a plan for my party this time as well. Okay. I've finished my plan for how I want to play my pretend party game. Here's my plan right here. Up here it says the word plan, and then I drew a picture to represent the 3 different things I need to do in my game. The first thing I need to do is make invitations for my party so that friends know that I'm going to have one. So I drew an envelope because I'm going to make invitations and put them inside of an envelope that I can mail to other people. The next part of my game is that I want to go to a pretend bakery to get a cake. Parties usually have a special treat associated with them, and I'm going to choose a cake for my party game. And then my last part is that I'm going to have a party. I wasn't sure how to draw a party, so I drew a picture of me with my glasses and my beard with a big happy face because I know I'm going to have fun at my pretend party. So now that I've got my plan, I'm going to start by making the invitations for the party. To make an invitation, I think there are 3 important things that you need. The first thing you need is you need to say who the invitation is for. So I'm going to write the word to. To. That's a T, and that ooh sound is an O this time. So to, and this invitation is going to be for Birdie the Bird. So I'm going to write the word Birdie the Bird right next to the word to. Birdie the Bird. The next thing you need in an invitation is you need to say who the invitation is from. The invitation is from Mr. Allen. So I'm going to write my name at the bottom. The word from has a f sound at the beginning. That's an F. That's an R. And that sound at the end is O-M. And I'll write my name next to the word from. Now the last thing you need in an invitation is you need to tell the person what the invitation is for. Since this invitation is for a party, I'm going to draw a big cake so that Birdie the Bird knows that this is for a party. So I'm going to draw a cake here. And the way I'm going to know it's a cake is that I'm going to add some lines at the top to be the candles. There's a candle, 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 and another candle. And I think just to make sure Birdie the Bird knows, I'm going to write the word party. You don't have to write the word if you don't want to, but I think that can be a helpful way to make sure that Birdie the Bird knows what the invitation is for. Now the last step I'm going to do is I'm going to fold up my invitation just like this. And the reason I'm folding it is because it has to fit inside of an envelope. So I'm going to put the invitation inside the envelope, just like this. And now the invitation is ready to be given to Birdie the bird. Okay, I've finished making my invitations. So now I'm going to put them inside of my mailbox so that the mail person can deliver them to all the other homes that my friends live in. There we go. Now the mail person will deliver them to other people's mailboxes, and then they'll all come to my party. Now that I'm done mailing the invitations, I can check off the invitations from my plan. So I'm going to make a little check mark so that I know I'm all done with that part of my game. What was the next part of my game? I had to go to the bakery. Now, in order to get to the bakery, I made a map, just like when I made a map when I went to the grocery store. In order to get to my pretend bakery, I need to walk down the stairs of my front porch. I need to walk past the stinky garbage cans in between me and my neighbor's house, and then get to my backyard, where the bakery is. Right now I'm sitting on my steps, so I'm going to walk down them using my map to get to my pretend bakery. Okay, we walked down the stairs, and now I'm going to head towards those stinky garbage cans that were on my map. Oh, look. I found them. So on our map, we now made it down from our front stairs to the stinky garbage cans where those circles are. Now I'm going to walk through that alleyway to my backyard where the pretend bakery is. That's just like what we had on our map. In our map, we drew a little space in between the houses, and that will help us get to the backyard. Okay, we're almost there. We're walking on through. Pretty soon we'll be at the pretend bakery. Ooh, it's so nice and sunny in my backyard today. Let's take a look. Oh, look, I found the pretend bakery. And look who's at the pretend bakery. It's Birdie the bird. I'm pretending that Birdie the bird is the baker at the bakery. And I know this is a bakery because I made a sign that says the word bakery. Using signs helps me play my game, and using my map helped me get there. So, Birdie the bird, did you get your invitation for my party? Sure did. It's right over here. Let's open it up. There it is. The invitation that we made for Birdie the bird. Birdie the bird, what is your job at the bakery? My job is to help people have food to eat, especially special treats for a party. Oh, so just like in my video where I talked about people who help and pretending to help, you are helping people have food to eat too. That's pretty interesting. So Birdie the bird, do you think you can help me make a cake for my party? Sure thing. Let's give it a try. Friends, I think this is really cool. You might be able to see a rainbow in my video. That's a trick that the camera is playing from the sunshine that's coming down. So I'm going to make a cake, and I filled up this container using dirt and sticks and stuff like that from the ground. I'm going to pretend it's a chocolate cake because it's got a dark brown color. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of water to make it more like a cake, but not too much because I don't want to make a soup. Just a little bit, like that. And now I'm going to mix it around. You could use a spoon or something like that, but I'm just going to use my hands because I don't mind getting a little bit muddy. But I'm not going to touch Birdie the bird afterwards. I'll wash my hands first. You know, I think this cake could use a little more water. Just like that. There we go. And just like that, we have a really yummy pretend chocolate mud cake. This is going to be perfect for my party. I'm going to take it back to my house so that I can start having the party. Okay, now that I have my cake, I think I'm ready to check off the cake from my... Oh no. My plan actually reminded me of something. I need to make candles for my cake. How could I possibly make candles if I don't have any real candles to play with? I remember that I made a video about rolling up pieces of paper and using that to pretend all sorts of things. So I'm going to try to use a rolled up piece of paper to be the candle, because it kind of has a similar shape. To start with, I'm going to cut off a piece of tape first. Sometimes it can be helpful to have a piece of tape ready when you're rolling up a piece of paper. That way you don't have to make one when it's already all rolled up. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get a piece of paper, but I don't want to use this whole sheet. I think that would be a little too big for a candle. So I'm going to rip off a smaller piece, just like that. You could use scissors to do it too, but I decided just to rip it. Next, I'm going to roll the paper up, just like this. I folded it onto each other, and now I'm rolling it up just like this. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my piece of tape that I already have cut and use that to wrap it around and keep it rolled up. Without the tape, it would just unfurl. There we go. Now I've got my rolled up piece of paper that I can pretend to be a candle. Let's see if it sticks inside of my cake. I'm going to push it down gently, and maybe if I make a little hole, it'll stick nicer. There we go. Now I have a candle for my cake, and now I can check off the cake from my plan. I mailed out envelopes to everybody so they have the invitations, and now I've got my cake ready too. The last thing I need to do is have fun at my pretend party. All right, I'm ready for the party. I've got my cake from the bakery right here, and Birdie the bird came because we gave them our invitation. So now, well, what do I do at a party? I can't just sit here and eat cake all day. I remember I made a video about using books to give us ideas of what we can do. So I have one of my favorite books right here called Giraffes Can't Dance. And in this book, there's a big dance party that happens in the jungle. And Gerald the giraffe joins in. All the animals are really impressed with how well Gerald the giraffe dances. So this gives me an idea that maybe I could have a dance party with Birdie the bird at my pretend party right here. I used the book to give me an idea. So I'm going to start dancing to one of our favorite songs, the Freeze Dance. Are you ready? Set, go!
Dancing any way you please.
But stop when I say freeze! Everybody, get ready to hop!
Hopping, hopping all around. Hopping, hopping, hopping.
Birdie the bird is just finishing up the last bit of cake. Nom, 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 nom. All right, I think our party is just about done. We had so much fun doing the freeze dance and munching on our pretend cake. So I'm going to check off that last little bit at the bottom with me with the big happy face on because I had so much fun at our party. And that is going to be the end of our pretend game. We used ideas from all of the videos that I made before to make this game super extra fun. So friends, thank you so much for watching all of my videos about pretend play. As you move on to the summer, I'm really excited to hear about all sorts of pretend play that you are going to do at home. If you want to have a pretend party to celebrate the end of the school year too, please send a picture to me or Miss Charon or Miss Yetter or Miss Bird, and we would love to see it, and we can put it on our website for others to see too. So friends, once again, thank you for being a part of our Green Room class. Families, thank you for everything that you do for our friends. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day, and I will see you really, really soon. Bye, everybody.